Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Evil Live. My name is the Evil Tyrone. I'm your host. I've got a very special guest in the building today, all the way from Mountain Time, because it's a thing. We got Auntie Spooky, aka Kim,
Yes.
in the building. How are you today?
Good. It's a good day. It's a good day.
Oh yes, it's a great day. Thank you again for joining, and like I've been following you for a while. Like you were one of the first people that I followed from like the horror community and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So it was dope to finally was it is dope to finally get a chance to sit down with you and chat about the genre that we love. The genre
Yes.
that's the best out there. The best out there. Yes, yes. Let's get
I
into it.
love
We
it.
got Whitney, the reader fan. Hello,
Oh,
Whitney. We
yes.
got we got we got Tamon in the building. What's up, Tamon Kane in the building? What's up? We got
Oh,
yes.
that's the
We got
fam.
we got the fan. We got the fan. We got Claire Nisha. I hope I didn't butcher your name. I
You did it
apologize if
great.
I okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. We got Jaleesa Taylor. That's my fiance in the building
Oh my
stopping
God.
by, showing some love. Thank y'all for stopping by. All right, all right. So we're getting into it. You're obviously a horror enthusiast. Who
I am.
loves the genre. Shout out to the Beetlejuice shirt. I was
Yes.
talking about that
You
before we
see.
went live. Yes, yes. It was funny. Like another live, we were talking about like the original script of that movie and just how wild it was.
Yeah.
From what they actually put out. I was like, oh, this is this you certain things you don't pick up on, like even watching a movie like that as an adult, and you pick up on more things and more jokes, and you're just like, whoa, like uh like
It's
how
way
did I
different
miss
watching it
this?
the second time as an
Yeah.
adult.
Yes. But yes, we get into it. How did you get into the genre? How did you get into horror?
I've been thinking about that. So my aunt used to have sleepovers at her house, and she would let us rent movies. So we would rent the most random horror movies late, and we watch it in the living room. But I feel like it's the Powerpuff Girls. I feel like the Powerpuff Girls introduced me to horror
Wow. Wow. How so?
because they're villains. Him is the best villain to me
Yes.
ever, and like those episodes are so scary. So I feel like I fell in love with like the Halloween episodes of shows, and then it moved on into like actual horror movies, and then yeah.
Wow. Awesome. That's a first. I love that answer. That's a first. And there is something special about like holiday episodes and television shows, especially like back then when it was every year, like The Simpsons, they came out with the
Treehouse of
Treehouse of
Horror.
Horror. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just something. It just hit a little differently. It just hit a little
You
differently.
do. It's like a good way to introduce people. You know what I mean? Because you're just watching your
Uh-huh.
regular show and then boom, spookiness. There it is.
Uh-huh. Yep. Like you takes me back. Like you bring that up. I'm thinking of like episodes of Family Matters with Steve.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely top tier, you know. But yes, it's a it's funny you bring up the Powerpuff Girls. It's like
Mhm.
it's like when we think of like kids getting introduced to horror, a lot of times it's like they would class it as like inappropriate, like someone super young watching something that they not necessarily supposed to watch. But
Yeah.
you get grown-ups creating these shows, and they're
Hmm.
putting certain things and images, and then it sparks certain things in the brain.
Yeah.
So it's
But
it,
it's
it
good with pop up girls and stuff like that because it's meant for their age group. So they're able to digest it in a way that's easier for them. You know what I mean? Versus like me watching it when I was younger.
oh
You
oh
know? I feel like
yeah.
it moves, it makes different, it builds different emotions, I guess.
Okay, yeah,
You know?
oh yeah, I get that totally. And you bring up it, like, so are you more Tim Curry, or are you more Bill
Mm.
Skarsgård?
Ooh, I am grateful for Tim Curry to introduce me to it, right? But I feel
Yes.
like the remake is the best remake I've seen ever. Okay,
Thank you.
I love Bill Skarsgård as it. He's so good.
Yes, yes. I know. I feel you because I love Tim Curry. You know what he did; it was amazing. But I
Hmm.
feel like Bill Skarsgård, like he just took it to a he went somewhere else with it,
He did.
and I super appreciated it. I super appreciated it.
Yes, yes.
You know, we got more people in the chat. We got Mika. Hello, Mika. Thank you for stopping by. Got Alex Champ. Thank you for stopping by.
It's my sister.
Chrissy Scott. Hey, sis. Hey, sis. You got Chrissy Scott in the building. We got some love. Alex says you was traumatized for a while from it.
I was. I got over it like 2 years ago.
What was like a scene that stuck out for you that like carried throughout the years from
The
it?
drain. I mean, I feel like that's the one that everybody say, but like the lengths I went to not be able to cross the drain, I would go all the way around just
Mm.
to avoid them. We ain't
Oh
even
yeah.
gonna risk it. He ain't gotta worry about me.
Oh yeah, it was definitely like demented. A lot of twisted stuff going on, especially like with the remake with him talking about like what he did to the kid and talking to his brother Bill and just like
Yeah.
it was like, yo, this is sick. This is
It
sick. You know.
did. I felt like it didn't leave much room for imagination. It was like, in case you were wondering from the first film, let me fill in. Let me let you know what
Uh-huh.
he do.
Sickening, sickening. But I think they did it. They did a great job. They did a great job.
They did. They did.
But speaking of horror from the past, like we also had shows like Are You Afraid of the Dark and
Hmm.
Goosebumps and things like that. Like does anything else like from the past, like as far as like uh that would be considered like children's horror, stick out for you that you carry with you as an adult?
Yeah. Well, Courage, Cowardly Dog,
Yes. Yes.
perfection.
Yes.
Um, who else? We talking TV shows, not movies, right?
Oh, yeah, we can talk. Yeah, we can talk TV shows first. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Tales from the Crypt Keeper.
Yes.
You know that's on Prime now.
Yeah, yeah. I,
I
wa- I
be
was just
catching
about
up
to
on
say
it.
it. It's on Tubi as well. So y'all,
Yeah.
y'all got two. Y'all got two options. Y'all got two options.
Yeah.
Get
I
it.
love it. I mean, I forgot how good it was, but it's just a smaller version of Tales from the Crypt. And I feel like the
Yeah.
stories are still creepy, even though they're animated, but they're
Uh
great.
huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, back then they didn't hold your hand as much as they do. Like it
No.
was a lot of things going on. Like they weren't afraid to, hurt kids, or put kids in certain situations.
Yeah. No, they were. It was Dead Time Stories. Do you know what that is?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I like that one too. That one didn't hold back either. It was,
Nope. Nope.
it's a
I'm
little harsh.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like I enjoy, sometimes you enjoy a little fluff or whatever, but
Hmm.
when there's an element of danger, it adds to like the creepiness and the just the rawness of it. Like even like I
Yeah.
like I don't know if you say the show Wednesday,
Yes.
but it
Yes.
there were certain times when I was just like, yes, like they're a danger. Somebody's getting stabbed, somebody getting,
They
like
going
just
through it.
yeah,
Yeah.
they going through it,
Like, let's go all the way. I love it. I love it when they go all the way.
Yeah, you got to.
Mhm.
You, like that's why I enjoy going back to like shows like Are You Afraid of the Dark and stuff like that because I'm like, yo, the this was raw. This was raw. This was, something that they wouldn't necessarily put on television. Plus, there
Yeah.
are certain elements that still get me like I'm still scared to this day.
Same.
I still have a fear of like old people because I feel like all the old people
You know,
in Are You Afraid of the Dark were
they were all
evil.
creepy.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
you know, it
Yeah.
was it was wild. It was a wild time. We got Mika says Tales from the Crypt, great series.
Oh, that's
Then
so good.
Whitney says Courage the Cowardly Dog. I wanted him as a pet so much. Oh,
He's so cute and so brave. Okay, I use him all the time. Like when I talk to students about scary things, he's like one of
mhm.
the first that I bring up. Because even though he's terrified, he go into the situation with courage. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
yes. So you
always use
say
him.
you speak to students. So what do you do with students?
So I used to be a teacher.
Wow.
And then I also worked at the Children's Museum. So anytime we had any type of event, I'm always collecting information. What do you think is the scary movie you ever seen? Or like, who is the scariest character to you? No matter what film, whatever type of film, because you get so many different answers.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we
Wow.
used to just chat. I do story times, all of the above.
Awesome. So was there any answers from like the kids that kind of like surprised you, like when you asked them like what's the scariest, movie that you ever saw, or
Yeah. I mean, one child said Insidious. He was like 10, and I was like, oh, you're a professional. Shout out to you. But also, I mean, I think it's funny because I talked to some kids about they're hear stories, but they've never seen it. And
Yeah.
so they'll tell me about Candyman, and I'm like, "You seen Candyman?" And then they're like, "Yeah." I say, "Oh, describe it to me." And they describe a candy cane, like an evil candy cane. And they was like, "My friend said if you say it in the mirror, an evil candy man will come." And I just figured it's a candy cane. And I was like, "Wow,
Wow.
okay,
Okay,
cool."
remix. That's the remix. I like that. I like that.
Yeah,
This,
but I mean, I like to hear. I love like oral stories. So just because they hear it, their imagination will go to whatever extent that they know. And
yeah.
sometimes it's the evil candy cane, you know?
Wow. Wow. Awesome. Awesome. It reminds me of just back in the day when I was a kid and just reading or even listening to, stories like was it Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark,
Mm-hmm.
and like I sometimes still will throw on the audio, I think the audio for all three is on YouTube right now,
Yeah,
and I'll just listen and I'm just like, yo, the narration to this stuff was crazy.
it
Crazy.
is. Yes. I love those books. Those books. I mean, talk about something that changes the course of your life.
Oh
Those are
yeah.
some of for me. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny because like they were very like raw and some of the things were gory, but you could
Mm-hmm.
find them at your in the school
In your
section,
library.
of the
My
library.
librarian brought those to me.
Yeah, yeah. Like, you go was it the book fair? You get a couple of those and you good. You good.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
I remember I had learned the Hearst song, and I repeated it to my parents, and I wrote it out on the refrigerator, posted it on the fridge, and my mom, she was like, "Oh, we gotta worry about him.
Me so.
We got
We gotta watch that one.
yeah, we gotta watch that one, But it's a time. It's a time. There's so many different things, back then that brought that energy, that sparked that love,
Yeah.
for the genre, you know.
Yeah.
So my next question would be, do you have a favorite subgenre of horror?
Let's see. I want to say like dark fantasy because I
Ooh,
feel like Coraline and all that lines up into that genre.
yes,
You know what I mean?
yes,
Um, but also I like the ones that talk about urban legends. I don't care which one it is. So like, give me a Slender Man, give me the actual urban legends. My sister reminded me of that one. That's a good
yes.
what trilogy? I think that's a good trilogy.
Yeah, yeah. I think they came out with three. Yeah, they
Yeah.
came out with Loretta Devine. She
Yes.
did she did her thing. She definitely did her thing.
She always do. She's in a lot of horror, like when I think about it.
Oh yeah. Have you
Yeah.
seen Spell? Spell?
Yes. Yeah.
Frightening, frightening. You know.
I liked it. Anytime they torture ghosts, I'm ready.
It was a lot going on. It was a lot going on. But yeah, but I love that you mentioned Coraline as well,
Mhm.
because that's one of those movies that, some people, like, you see the cover and you're like, oh, this is a kids movie, a children's movie, but I see it and I'm just like, yo, this is terrifying. Just to put yourself in the main character's
In her
shoes,
shoes. Yeah.
and you just like the other mother, and just the way that the dad at the piano, and just
Mm-hmm.
the imagery. I was just like, yo, this is really creepy. Like, and we're not even, because like you said, like a lot of times if you're reading something or you're listening to something, like your mind can create like the worst, or the
Yeah.
darkest or the deepest. But to see how they translated that onto screen, that was really dope. That was really
Yeah.
dope.
Coraline, I feel like you see her. I don't even know how to get because she makes me so excited. Nothing compares to the other mother. I feel like you watch it when you little, and you be like, "Oh, that's scary," and then you watch it as an adult, and you're like, "Wait, that's terrifying." Like because it's all so good at first. It's
It's
so
all
good,
good. Yeah.
like, oh, this is fun. My mom, she paying attention. She can make you cakes, and then she want to sew buttons in your eyes, and you're like, oh,
And it
mm,
wa- it was wild. It was wild. Like you said, she wants to sew buttons in your eyes, but also she also like the tone of the movie in the beginning, like the way it was
mm-hmm.
just like, just like flat, and like you saw like the depression of the parents, and just how they
Yeah,
it was like it was a deep movie, if
it
you
is. It's way
you
deeper than
know.
what you first when you're after your first watch.
Hmm.
As a kid. But I like that about it though, because then it can go both ways. It can be for kids and for adults, and you can still enjoy it just as much, just in a different way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most definitely, most definitely. Now you had brought up urban legend as well. Like, do you think something like an urban legend could work in today's climate? With everything being on the internet and stuff like that.
No. Or it could just work differently. Because Slender Man worked, and I feel like he was at the beginning of the internet. You know what I
True,
mean?
true.
So
Yeah,
it could, just in a different way.
that
Like,
is true. That
'cause
is
I feel like
true.
we went from like word of mouth to chain letters. Chain letters was terrifying.
Oh
And
yeah,
then and then I don't know, then yeah, Slender Man type what chat he won a chat thing, but he was a what is it called? Like a forum, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the game is changing. Like, I don't know if you saw Grim Cuddy on Hulu. That's kind of like
Mm.
a sort of like an urban legend type of
Okay.
tale. On set for the new generation. Like
Yeah.
but it was pretty interesting. It was pretty interesting. And then I don't know if you listen to creepy pastas.
I do.
Like,
Yeah.
like
Those get scary.
horrifying,
Yeah.
horrifying. Because sometimes you be up, and sometimes I like to cut the lights out and
Mm-hmm.
just listen to like they got like the No Sleep podcast,
Yeah. Oh, I think that's what, yeah.
where it's just like the production quality is so crazy, and I'm getting like
Yeah.
all these different sounds, and the voice actors, and they so into it, and like you said, like your mind is painting everything for
Yeah.
you. So it can only, like, this is endless. The horror is endless.
It is.
So
And,
it's
R.L. Stein got something like that too for kids. It's a podcast, but anyway, like they'll act it out, and so I listen to that in the background. And sometimes, you're just doing your thing, you cleaning, and then I hear something. I'm like, wait, did I switch the? Is this the one for the kids? This one that's creepy. I like that, and I restarted. But yeah,
oh yeah.
podcast stories be good. I would love to do that.
Oh yeah. Would you love to narrate or write stories?
I would like to like have a podcast and like do bedtime stories. That
Oh,
way,
okay.
like a list of bedtime stories they can just choose from and listen to.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it'd be
That'd be
fun.
awesome. That'd be awesome. It's like we need it. We need it,
We
especially
do.
somebody of color out there, getting the stories and spooking the kids.
Yeah,
It's definitely needed out there.
my
Definitely
favorite
needed.
thing.
So what, and how did you come up with the name Auntie Spooky? Like,
Oh, because I'm the auntie that tell all the scary stories. It kind of
awesome.
just fell in, I fell into it. But
So,
yeah.
so do you prefer to tell like the urban legends, or do you make up your own stories, or what do you?
I prefer to tell like the urban legends, and I always, make it up. I like as oral stories do. They just change as the more you tell it. So that's what I do. I
Yes.
throw my own thing in there, but then there's some I heard. A lot of it come from scary stories telling dark. So
Yes, yes. Which is so fun, to act out. Like I was the other day, me and my fiance, we were talking about something, and she asked me like, who who do you come for, or what do you come for, and
mhm.
I acted out like that part in one of the stories, like, when the head is coming down the chimney and stuff,
Yes.
so it was yeah, it's wild. It's so fun just to get around like I guess my dream is to, because I've never had that, to just be around a campfire with a bunch of
Hmm.
people and just telling scary stories and just having fun, like I think
Yeah.
that'd be dope.
Yeah.
Like
Same.
like the Midnight Society. We all, you know.
Everybody wanted to be a part of that. Who didn't want to be a part? Okay. Uh,
Yes.
that would be
So
cute.
so did anything stand out for you from like the Are You Afraid of the Dark era? Were there any like spooky stories that like still, or imagery that still like, stick with
That's
you to this
terrifying.
day?
It's one with a pool. I can't remember the
Oh,
exact
I
details.
remember. I don't know the name, but I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that one. I mean, I already can't swim, but
Me
they're there.
neither. Me neither.
I can keep myself afloat, you know. But no, it's something about the episode. Like I can see the scene in my head, but I can't tell you exactly what it is. But I know I don't want to be there.
Mm-mm-mm. No, it's so many ways. Like I'm just now like rewatching some of the episodes,
Hmm.
of Are You Afraid of the Dark? Just going through the series, being like, okay, what are some things that were my favorite? It's just so many, so many. And it's funny. You see some people that like had acting roles on there, then blew up afterwards.
Yeah,
Same with Tales from the Crypt,
yeah.
it was wild. It was wild.
Have you watched the remake of Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I've you know what? I think I saw the movie, like
Yeah,
the movie that they came out with, but I haven't checked out everything,
I like it. It's new. It's for the new ones. It's for the new
yeah.
people. But it's still good. Just as spooky, I think. Um, I like it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love when especially like our generation, where we enjoyed something, and then the kids nowadays are like, all right, let's put a spin on it, and do our
Yeah.
own thing, because what scared us isn't necessarily what's going to
What's
scare
gonna
them
scare them?
you know
I figured that out the hard way too. Yeah. Trying to tell my story, they're like, "That's not scary." Okay, got you. Give me a second. I'll get you another one.
Okay, okay. I like that. I like that. Horror movies and beyond. Ivor Trees. Thank you for
Oh, I love
joining us.
her.
Yes, yes. She is amazing. She is
She
amazing.
is.
Yes, yes. Shout out to Ivor Trees. And Shudderary. She definitely did her thing. Definitely did
Yes.
her thing. Now my next question for you would be, do you have a favorite decade of horror? That sticks out to you?
Okay. I appreciate the '80s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jason, oh, everybody, okay, love it.
Yes.
But I'm gonna say the like early 2000s to like 2009. I love those movies. I can't get enough of them. I think they're amazing. They like trash, but great.
Yes, yes. No,
Yeah.
I completely agree. I completely agree. Like
No.
I really loved the 80s, like I think
Hmm.
the 80s is my favorite genre, but I grew up in the 90s. So, there's certain things that just hit different, like Scream is
Yeah.
coming out, this week, and it's just like, yo,
Yeah.
this
I'm so excited.
yeah, just to know that like I'm going to be in a theater, and these characters are still kicking and,
Still,
and doing
yeah.
doing their thing. And I guess I feel like my parents, because when they saw the premiere of Halloween, like the first Halloween and stuff,
Hmm.
and then me coming along watching Halloween H2O and being all excited and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and,
Y'all get to bond across the generations, and I love that. Over the
yes,
same character. Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah,
We got Mika. She has a question. Do you have a favorite film from the early 2000s?
I do. Okay, let me explain though. You ready? It's House of Wax, right?
Okay,
Because
okay.
if you were really in that situation, let's say, right, and you go to this town and it's nothing but wax people and you thinking it's real people in the windows, I think that's terrifying. And then they would take them and make them into wax. No. While they're alive, like that's terrifying. I love it. I
Oh
love
no,
it.
it is terrifying. It's always been a terrifying like premise. Like I feel like House of Wax, like with all movies, like they have their issues or whatever, but the
Mhm.
premise and just the some of the imagery, like when people are encased, it's just like it's
Yeah.
just
When she found her boyfriend and she like peeled his face, but you could still see the blood, I was like, this is this is so scary. I feel like it could have been a lot of things could have been different about it, but just the actual idea of the movie, I think, is amazing. Also, I like Cabin Fever. It's disgusting.
oh, Cabin Fever. That's another one. Shout out to Cabin Fever. Like I ain't seen that one in a
Yes.
while.
We used to
Yes.
watch that all the time when we were little. Like over and over again. We thought it was the best movie ever.
Cabin Fever is definitely top tier. Like
Yes.
I actually have it in my Amazon cart. It's like a set, where they throw up four movies in one. I think it's The Descent 1 and 2, and then
Mhm.
Cabin Fever 1 and 2. So I'm like, I gotta cop that one. Gotta cop that one. You know, we got a lot of Cabin Fever love
Yes.
in the comments. And Mika also said she enjoys the remake of House of Wax. It gets a lot of hate, but she loves it.
Thank you.
Yes,
It do get a
yes,
lot of hate. That's why I was like, let me explain, okay? It's amazing to me.
yes, yes. Well, this is a safe space. This is a safe space. We gotta.
Final Destination. How I
Yes,
was see, I was waiting on that because I was gonna say I always mention that as a franchise. I love that
yes.
as a franchise as a whole. But Final
Mm-hmm.
Destination is my heart. It is.
Oh, oh yes. Which one is your favorite? Which Final Destination is your favorite?
Ooh. Um I was about to say five. Is either one or five.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's I respect it. I respect it.
Yeah, and they kind of tie in together, so it's okay.
Yes, yes, yes. We also got Alex. She says prom night. Prom
Oh,
night
we
is
did love prom night.
yes, yes. That was another fun one. That was
No,
another
it was
fun
that's when I got introduced to Idris Elba. I was like, oh, who this child?
one.
Okay.
We also got Taymani says he loves Final Destination 3.
Three
It was
roller coaster. Always
yes,
going by like
yes,
the main thing. Roller coaster was
yes,
great.
yes.
It
See, for
was.
me, it was two. Nothing was more terrifying than that car
That part.
scene.
See, that's why I can't watch that one because I'm gonna have road anxiety forever. That's
Mm.
the only one I don't rewatch.
Oh, that's the only one. Oh, it affected you that
It
much?
did, yes. Them logs on that truck. No.
Oh, to this day, like
Yeah.
I was, I was driving, I was driving the other day, and it was a truck in front of me, and
Hmm.
we weren't even going that fast, but still, like
Just in case the train decide to pop,
yeah,
we
yeah,
need to be all the way enough somewhere else.
yeah. You gotta watch the signs, like they say. You gotta watch the signs.
Listen, I was telling my best friend, I don't get on anything with 180. I don't care. I don't care if it's backward. Because remember in one of the movies, they was like, oh, it was 0 but 8-1 or whatever. I was like, oh, so I gotta watch out for both ways. Great. Don't care
Mm.
what it is.
No, it was a lot going on. It was definitely a lot going on. But
It is.
it's a fun franchise. Like even if like people can say what they want to about like the story structure and everything, but I feel but it's
It's a
at the
little
end of the
messy.
day, it's just people, it's just death chasing people at the
It
end of the
is.
day, you
You
know.
know,
And
and
you got Tony Todd up in there. Like
I know. How
how
could
can
you?
you
We gotta support everything Tony Todd do, okay?
oh yeah, oh yeah. Tony Todd is that guy. Is that
That
guy.
guy.
You know. Mika says, to this day, I don't drive behind a truck carrying logs, whatever.
Never.
Yes,
We're just
yes.
being safe, guys. We're
Oh
just
yeah.
being.
Oh, Ivor Tree says another one is coming. Oh,
Oh, that's gonna be great. We need
interesting.
another one. It's been a long time.
Yeah, after the final destination or the final destination, and all this stuff.
Final,
Like
final.
we,
Yeah.
yeah, the final. You know, we're here with it. We're here with it. Now my next question would be, could you name a film that you wish you could have been on the set for, a horror film?
Ooh. Um, on this set for. I would love to. I'm gonna go back to animation. I would love to be on anything that is stop motion. So, Corpse Bride, Coraline, Paranorman, any of those. I would love to because
Oh,
I watched the pictures of it and seeing like the houses that they built, but also
yes,
that was so cool to me. That's so cool.
yes, yes.
I did.
Shout out to all these animated, films that you shout now. That's just classics,
Yeah,
classics.
and I
Like
feel like they do animated horror the best. I think it's great.
I agree. I agree. I find it hard pressed that to find like a bad animated horror
Yeah,
film. Like did you check out Wendell and Wild?
I did. I did. Oh, it was so good. That was so
Yes.
good.
They was doing extra credit. I was like, yo, y'all hitting me in the heart right now. Y'all hitting me in the heart right
Yeah, it's like emotional, but
now.
also a little
Hmm.
spooky. And then like the friendship, I love it all.
Oh,
Love it
it was
all.
it was definitely up there. Like, has there been any like animated horror character that
Mhm.
you resonated with the most, like when you were watching it, as a kid or now?
Um, I would love to be Paranorman.
Mm.
I think that he's so cool. Like he just see these ghosts, he just be living his life. Um, him and I get what, and then Coraline, my girl.
Yes, yes.
Well, YB. I would be YB in Coraline, so I can be her homie.
Oh,
So
okay.
he's cool. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you wouldn't want to experience too much of the
Right.
terror
Let,
out
let me
there.
be on the outside looking in. I'm gonna help you out. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. Let me help you out. Let me help you out. Have you ever seen it was a short by Tim Burton. It's called Vincent. Um,
Yes, the prequel to Franken Weenie.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. That's the one I resonate with the most. Like that was
Yeah.
it was just it was so deep to me. Like breaking
Hmm.
down the story, it was just so deep to me.
I
I
love.
love that. I just like I have the DVD of was it Nightmare Before Christmas, and that
Hmm.
comes, that's on the DVD. I was just like, yo, that's definitely top tier for me. You
I
know.
have the VHS of Nightmare Before Christmas, and it like before it starts, it gives you all this information about how they was making it and all that kind of stuff. So I just always let it play from the beginning. It's great.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Ivor Trees. Thank you for stopping by. Thank
Mhm.
you. Um, yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas was just top tier. It was
Yeah.
definitely top tier. It's one of my favorites of all time. Like now I have a little nephew. He's 1 years old, so I'm like, I can't wait until he's old enough to start, memorizing these songs so I can, sing it with
Yeah.
him and just do my best Oogie Boogie Man. I'm like finally someone to finally an audience.
Yeah.
Finally an
I
audience.
mean, I was a nanny, and they all love Jack.
Oh,
I love that.
definitely, definitely. I remember just being a kid popping in the VHS and like depending on your VHS player, like mine, when it would stop, it would rewind the tape and then start
Hmm.
playing again. And I just remember wearing that tape out. It was a
As it
time.
should be.
It was
As
a
it should be.
time. It was a time. So do you still collect VHSs, to this day, or do you,
I do. So it's mostly Disney. I do Disney VHS. And then I have a horror collection of VHS just because it looks even more spooky.
yes,
You know what I mean?
yes.
Like the lines be kind of skipping across the screen a little bit. Ooh, love it.
Yes, yes. It's just something about it. Like, like upgrading to DVD and Blu-ray, is great. But
Hmm.
like I told myself, I'm like, when we get bigger space, like I'm gonna definitely start back up like my horror VHS, collection. Cause there was something about it. Even with like the Disney stuff that you were mentioning, like
Yeah.
there's something about that Disney case, opening
Yeah.
up that
It
Disney
is so,
case. It's just
so satisfying to open up and just.
it's a smell, it's an experience, it's a time, it's a time, um yes, it's definitely up there, it's definitely up there. Now my next question would be, do you have some favorite black horror, from the past, and then
Mhm.
some of the present. You know.
So, because I'm a 2000s movie girl, have you ever seen Somebody Help Me?
Yes, I've seen. I've seen.
I love I love that movie, okay?
It's like I said, it's a safe space. It's a safe space.
Thank you. It's so good. And plus, I mean, oh Mariana, I had to watch it. But it's also one of those ones they're like, it's creepy. And then they had a number two and it was something. But Somebody Help Me is amazing. Um, let's see, Candyman creeped me out, but I loved it.
Yes,
Loved it. Tales from the Hood,
top tier, top
amazing. Because
tier.
it's still it's basic, it's like urban legends still. It's like anthologies, I guess I should say. I like those.
Yes, yes.
And as far as new stuff, I love Nope. I thought Nope was amazing. I did. I
Yeah,
did.
Nope was just, it felt very like, there were horror aspects. It felt very whimsical. Like it took you back to like when you were a kid and just watching something on the screen that you've
Yeah.
never seen before. Like they say, a spectacle. It was
Yeah.
definitely a spectacle.
It is. I love that one. And I feel like, I mean, this is considered newer. Scream, the TV show, but
Yeah,
was season three, the black season? That season was
yeah,
good. I don't know what. I love that
yeah.
season.
I have not checked it out. I've like a lot of people love
No?
love that season. But I need to check it out. Because I
Yeah.
heard it's got Tyga and everybody in there. So it's
It is. We got Kiki Palmer in it. I love that season. That season is so good. And it's the only one that I have on DVD. The other ones are fine too,
yeah,
but I got no on DVD. I was gonna say another one. Oh, the first Purge, like the movie, the first Purge. What was
yeah.
it, like the fourth, third one? That one was good.
Oh yeah, the Purge franchise was just it's a roller coaster. Because
Hmm.
first it's like, oh, this is a great idea, and then it gets into like, oh damn, what would I do? And you start looking around, especially the way the world is. You're like,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
what are y'all trying to tell us right now?
I feel like every question that I had with it, the next movie answers that question. You know what I
Facts.
mean? Like, what would happen if I
Facts.
just don't stop? The next day comes and people just be like, you know what? We ain't gonna stop. And that movie was great too. So
Oh,
me winning.
you know what it is. You already know what it would be. Some people
Oh
would be
yeah,
like, "Oh, I'm not going off of USA time. I'm going off of French time."
yeah.
So it's it's just a wild, wild
It
world,
is. I
wild
love the
world.
Purge
You
series.
know,
That's a
a,
good franchise.
yeah, a lot of love for the Purge in the comments. Like it definitely was up there. It definitely was up there. It
Yeah,
changed the game.
it
Definitely
did.
changed.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Um, Now with us being in the year 2023, with all these different content creators and things like that, especially like content creators of color in the
Hmm.
horror, genre, like how does it feel to be a part of that? Because back then we really didn't have a lot of that. So how does it feel to be a part of that?
I love it. When you don't feel like you're the only one, because at the conventions sometimes
Yeah.
you be like, dang, where everybody at? But no, I mean, especially like getting on Instagram, and then like when I guess I did start posting, and then more people started following. Because I searched Black girls in horror. That was like the first thing I searched, and then from there I went through their followers. I started following people. Um, but no, I mean, it's great to feel included, and it's
Oh,
great to be able to talk to other people who also have seen Somebody Help Me and get it. You
yes.
know?
Yes. Yes. Not just because there's certain films that everyone's seen. Like everyone's seen, Get Out and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
to be able to talk to somebody about, the people under the stairs, it's
Yes.
stuff like that is special. It's
Yeah.
special, and to have those perspectives, is something
Hmm.
special, and like you said, like it's you sometimes you just would have to search. Like I had come across Trees and Xena, the real queen of horror, and
Hmm.
I was just like, yo, like it's like we really out here. And then I
Oh
started following
yes.
them, and I started going down the list, and it was just like a rabbit hole. Because at first I was like, oh, it's just a couple of us out there,
But
because
no.
I've talked to a couple, like especially like horror authors who thought that they were going to be like the first like black horror writers out there, you
Hmm.
know. And it's like wild to see, like, because of the algorithms and things like that, like we're not always represented, but to see,
Yeah.
like, you know, there's a lot of us actually out there, you know, like it's just, you know, that's why I'm just like, yo, we gotta show each other some love, and we gotta show, you know, we gotta show that we out there. We gotta
Yeah.
show we out there. We you know, we doing it. We doing it. You know, it's
Yeah.
yes, yes. Especially now. You know, we got Jordan Peele. We got, you know, Nia DaCosta. You know, doing
Hmm.
her thing. You know, you mentioned Candyman. Like, how did you feel about her take on
Oh,
Candyman?
I mean, first of all, beautifully shot. Like the
Yes,
whole, as we started, like even the beginning, I'm like, ooh, this is nice. But I loved her take on it.
yes, yes.
Yeah, I
It
like the
was
remake.
it was dope. It was definitely dope. Like, there was some imagery that I was just like, yo, this is definitely unsettling, you know,
Yeah,
definitely unsettling. And even the commentary, like some of the social commentary, I was like, yo, this is dope, because even like the first Candymans, you know, they were written, and there was a lot of social commentary in it, but you know, it was still written by someone
yeah,
not of color, you know. So it's
yeah,
like it's dope to get that perspective in there, you know.
yeah. I feel like the first one is like this is great, and then you reach a point where it's like, ooh, but we could have went just a little bit more, and this would have made more sense, you know. But no, I feel like the remake, my words have gone. My words left me.
Yeah,
But yeah.
yeah. That's all you need to say. That's all you need to say. Speechless. The remake left you speechless.
Exactly.
Yes, yes. Now my next question would be, what's a horror movie that you wish that you could see for the first time again?
Ooh, oh, that's good. Um, mm, I'm trying to think of my favorites and see what works. Um, when a stranger calls, maybe.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's a
because so I
nice one.
always knew I wanted to go into this field of like working with kids, and then so I started out with babysitting, and so also when the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, I think it's the first book. They have that story.
Yes, they do. Yes,
Yeah,
they
so
do.
I first heard it there, and then I'm thinking like, oh, so when I watched that movie, yeah, the terror I felt. I was like, you sure you want to do this? Take care of kids in somebody else's house, and then something crazy happen, you know?
It's so many iterations, so many
Yeah.
iterations, you know. The one, you know, it's like, if you check the children yet, and you know, just the spooky voice, and I'm just like, yo,
Yes.
that's so it's so sinister, because it's like by the time you get the call, it's already too late.
It's over. Yeah.
It's too late, you know.
Yeah. No, I think my favorite is, yeah, like she's downstairs, she got the kid, and then they call back and they're like, hey, the call is coming from inside the house. And by the time he at the top of the stairs, there's nowhere for her to go.
Nah, nah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Or the stories where it's like, oh yeah, you know, the babysitter, they put the kids to bed and they're chilling in the couple's bedroom, and they're like, oh, you know, do you guys mind if I put this sheet over the clown statue in your room? Like, it's kind of creeping me out. And they're like, you know, get out of the house. We don't have a clown
We didn't have a
statue. You
class.
know, it's
Yes.
like so
Yes.
creepy. So
Yes.
creepy.
So I would do that one. Or speaking of Pop-Up Girls, it's an episode. It's a him episode. And
Mm-hmm.
like time, they like flying so fast that time moves them to the future, and everybody in Townsville hate them.
Oh
I
wow.
was terrified of the episode, and I would love to see it for the first time again. I would
Oh
love it.
wow.
Yeah.
Damn, I gotta see that again. I gotta look for that episode.
I
I
got
gotta
you.
look
I,
for.
I DM to you.
Oh yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. We got Clanisha. She says, Darkness Falls. Yes, thank you for showing Darkness Falls some love.
Darkness Falls. We were terrified of that movie.
Yo, just the amount of batteries that man went through, you know,
Yes.
in his lifetime. You
Yeah,
know.
we used to see, she got me excited. We used to have to like turn on the lights and all of us would move to the bathroom at the same time because we weren't walking in the dark. No. No. Any inch of darkness. Where's the flashlights? can't get caught slipping.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. See, Alex says that's Darkness Falls is the reason I'm scared of the dark as a 26-year-old.
Yes.
Yes,
Um,
I'm so glad you getting some Darkness Falls love tonight because man, that movie, I feel like a lot of people go up for what's that movie? Dead Silence,
mhm.
but I'm like, yo, Darkness Falls was
Darkness
definitely up
Falls.
there.
I feel like that's one of our top ones that we used to watch or we used to rent over and over again.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely like in that era of when they were turning like childhood fantasies or fables into, into horror
Yeah,
stories, which I think it's amazing. We need to we
it
need to see it.
is.
We need to see more of it.
Shout out to the Grimm fairy tales, they gave us all those ideas.
Oh yes, oh yes. And now they're starting to take like shows that we saw or certain things that we saw as children and turn them into horror movies like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I don't know if you saw that one.
Chrissy's not gonna like that. Yes. I have not seen that. Because my AMC was not showing it. And I'm an
Ooh.
AMC member, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was definitely it was an experience. Like I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than I thought I was gonna enjoy it. Like
Yeah,
it wasn't like something that I would necessarily like collect, but it's something that if it was on a streaming service, I would definitely
you want
put
to check
it
it?
on, for other people to check out, and
Yeah.
just to be like just to get a laugh and because it was just seeing Christopher Robin as an adult, and running
Mm-hmm.
from a grown, murderous poo.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
And
wild.
Piglet was in it too, right? Oh, he
Oh
was.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
Piglet. Yeah. I don't want to give away too many like spoilers, but
Yeah.
Chrissy, we do not speak of that abomination.
She is a top tier Winnie the Pooh fan. She's not gonna like that.
How dare they do poo like that? You know what? It was a time. It was a time, I will say, but I get it though. They definitely did some twisted things, and it was funny because I'm so used to seeing him in the red shirt and stuff, and just
Hmm.
just lovable and
Disney
definitely
won't allow that. Speaking of though, have you seen the was it Once Upon a Time when they turned like Peter Pan to his
yeah.
original self, pretty much?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
That was
Yeah.
great. I
Yeah, it
love
was
love that.
it was awesome. It was
Yeah.
awesome. It's this we're living in that era where we can do that. We can
Hmm.
turn things that were cute and cuddly into something that's, menacing and, just an abomination as Chrissy would say, the era of the abomination, the era of
There
the
we go.
abomination.
That's the name of those movies from now on. We love
Abominate the abomination genre. That's where
it.
we go. That's where we going with it. So Alex says, is Wrong Turn considered? Yes,
It
yes, Wrong Turn with
is. Wrong Turn
consider.
is also the early 2000s. We love Wrong Turn.
Yes, yes. Nothing. Have you seen the remake? Did you see
I did. So it's different. It's very different. I'm still a fan of the original tacky ones, though.
Oh, okay,
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
those. I feel like it's nonsense horror. It's like we just out here to slash, and I
Oh
love it.
yeah. Yeah,
I feel
sometimes
like the new one made you think.
yeah, yeah. Sometimes like just putting on something just and not having to think too much is cool. Just seeing people get stabbed in the woods and slashed up
Yeah.
um by a bunch of incest people
Yeah.
in the woods. It's just something entertaining. The
Yeah.
hills have eyes and
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yours
it's
eyes is terrifying. That's a terrifying movie, and it's disgusting.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's certain movies like the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Hmm.
I can't do it all the time.
See,
It's
I
just
can't do number two because he used his little thing. He picking at his head. You see that? Oh, oh, and he eat it. I can't. I can't do it.
even though number two is like the funny one, but
Yeah, but still, those
yeah,
movies
they
are good though. They're good.
yeah, oh yeah, it was definitely up there. Did you enjoy the Netflix one, the latest one?
No, I enjoy the bus scene, and that's it.
Yeah,
You
the
know?
the oh the oh the chainsaw when he was running through. Yeah,
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 that I
yeah.
could watch that over and over again. But the rest of it, Not really.
Yeah, it was definitely it was definitely. I mean, I was entertained, but I can definitely see why people would have an issue, why they have their issues with it, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think they have a, even with like the newer Halloweens, like there's you know like
I
that,
I
yeah.
enjoyed it. It's not my favorite, but I enjoyed it.
Now which one? Which what
Halloween.
Halloween?
Mhm.
Now out of the trilogy, which ones did you enjoy? The out of the newer
Of
trilogy.
the newer, I really like kills because I think the kills were perfect. Okay, I
Yes,
do.
yes,
As far as like story, I think like what 2018 is great. So if
yes.
we talking in order, I would do one, two, three in order. But I
Okay.
really, really, really enjoyed the kills in number two.
Yes, yes. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, the Halloween Kills was definitely up with the brutality,
yeah,
which I love a good, just give me brutality, especially making the kills and the prosthetics good. Like I'm sold,
yeah.
I'll be forgiven of a lot more things, pretty much.
I did not like the hospital scenes. I was like, y'all, you idiots, you idiots of Haddonfield. What are you doing? But yeah, yeah. I'm
Speaking of
ahead.
the hospital, like how did you have you seen like Rob Zombie's remakes? The
I have.
second one, the hospital scene in the second one
Yeah.
is just like I love it. I
Me
love
too.
it.
So for me, I know it's a lot of Halloween movies, okay? Number one, and then I go straight to Rob Zombie. I love Rob Zombie's ones. I do.
Wow,
I do. I
wow.
love.
Oh no, I respect it. I respect it. I'm like you're the first. I think you're the first one who's put Rob Zombies up there.
Yeah, I mean, I like meeting him as a kid. Or maybe that's it. I like meeting Michael Myers as a kid and seeing how he sort of came to, pretty much. I
Yeah.
like seeing his backstory. I think it's amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. I get it. Like I would say like for me, my top three might be the well Halloween 2 is like my favorite one, and then
Yeah.
Halloween H2O,
Mm-hmm.
is up there. And I'm gonna probably have to say like as a kid it was The Curse of Michael Myers was up there, but
Oh.
I think as an adult, just solely off having fun, Halloween Resurrection, because I know a lot of people hated it,
Oh.
but
That's the one with Busta Rhymes, is it?
yes,
Yeah,
Busta
okay.
Rhymes and what's her name? Tyra Banks,
Tyra Banks.
yeah. It was just fun. It was just fun.
It is. I think as a younger, I would have chose the one with the little girl. I don't know which one
Oh,
was that.
Halloween 4.
Yeah, it's like whatever the two with her, and then she like lost her. She was like mute for a little bit.
Oh yeah,
Remember?
yeah,
Yeah, I like those.
yeah.
Those were good when I was little. But then I got Rob Zombies, and I was like, hello,
Pro-
you're
pro-
lovely.
Professor Loomis was crazy in those. He was
Yeah,
a little unhinged.
he
He was a
was
little
just,
unhinged.
just a tad bit.
Yeah, just a tad bit. Um, now my next question would be for you would be what does horror do for you specifically for your mental health, if anything at all?
Okay, I try to explain this to people all the time. Horror is like if my life. Uh oh, I think they're coming to me. No, she's not. She got stopped. For me, it's like life can be super insane, and I throw on a horror movie. And it's like, but at least Jason ain't chasing me. You know what I
Mm.
mean? At least Freddy not after me. Like I feel like it's that kind of release. Like it might not be great, but it's not that bad, and I can just sit back and enjoy.
Oh yeah, I could sleep. I could go to
Yeah,
sleep and not worry about
ain't
dying
worry about
in
getting
my
slashed
sleep.
up. Yeah.
Like yeah, that's a good, because a lot of people they do, it's like they'll see like what the protagonists are going through in these films, and they'll
Mm-hmm.
be like, you know what, if this person can go through this, I can go through that.
Yeah.
Like this COVID or whatever's going on in life, and
Yeah.
taxes, and just all this foolishness, and you're just like, oh well, if they could handle this, I
I
could
can do
handle that.
this. Yeah.
I can handle
Yeah.
that. you know it's definitely up there. Um now now I know we had spoke about like television shows earlier, so do you have a favorite horror television show?
Um, Is there horror? I like all monsters, all real monsters.
Yes,
I like
yes.
the spooky.
Yeah.
But between that and Courage, I would say, and then I really liked what was it, Bly Manor, the Haunted of Bly Manor. Is that it? Yeah, I like that one again
Oh,
because it lined up with my life. She was a nanny. It worked. I loved it.
Mike Flanagan. Like, have you seen his other series as
Hill
well?
House.
Yes.
Yeah, Hill House made me cry. That was emotional.
Yo, Hill House made me cry. Like, I think I cried when the the bent neck, the well, I don't want to spoil too much, but when the ghost, when the little girl ghost, she was like, oh, they still can't, they still,
Ooh.
I was
Yeah,
I
I
was
was
like,
terrified,
yo.
and I don't get scared that easy now. But certain scenes in Hill House scared me. Blind Manor scared me for a whole different reason. And then, yeah, I think he's great. And plus, it's like a short series,
Oh yeah,
short
oh
but
yeah.
powerful. Yeah.
Blind Manor was definitely top tier. Like, I think my favorite episode of that one was the black and white episode where they told the story. It was,
Yeah. Of how we got, yeah, yeah,
yes, it was
yeah.
so well told. And then just the whole love, because I'm thinking I'm stepping
The
into
love
this.
story.
I'm just like, yo, if I watching it, the way it came together, even the ending, I was just like, yo, I
It's
even,
beautiful.
yeah, it was beautiful. It
I
was
like how we
beautiful.
talk about horror. It's beautiful. It's a
cause it's
romance.
cause it's real.
It
It's
is. Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
It's real.
Also, speaking of romance and horror, I just want everybody to know that Conjuring 3 is a romance story. Just saying. It's a love story.
Facts. Facts.
Just so
Facts.
you guys know.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you said that, because we were me and my fiance, we were watching movies, and I think it was like Valentine's Day or something, and she was like,
Hmm.
yeah, you throw on one of these romance movies, and I was like, we could throw in The Conjuring 3. She's like, that ain't romance. And I'm like,
Yes,
you ain't
it is.
seen it yet. You ain't seen it yet. So I'm glad now that Auntie Spooky has confirmed it. It is a romance
Indeed, it
movie.
is a romance
Yes.
movie. Okay.
Yes. Yes. So we also Alex says the Twilight Zone. Yes.
Have you seen the remake?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Jordan Peele, this thing. Okay. Obvious, as usual. As usual. I love Twilight Zone. I got into it. Well, she used to watch it when we were younger. And I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. But no, rewatching it, I think I rewatched it last summer, the whole thing, and then I rewatched the remake. All great. Yeah.
Top tier. I love I think my favorite, of course, the original, the black and white, Rod
Mhm.
Serling. But what Jordan Peele was able to do is just, it was, especially with some of the subject matter that he was using, I was just like,
Yeah.
yo, this is amazing. Like, I really love the one about the octopus. The yeah, I think, was it
Mhm.
was it the octopus, or was it a squid, or
This is good. So I have a phobia of fish.
okay.
So once that one started, I was like, "Ooh, skip! I can't do
Yes.
it. Can't do it." But I read the what is it, like, commentary on all the episodes. I have yet to find a bad one.
Yes, yes, it's
Yeah.
definitely up there. Definitely up there. Do you
Also,
now do you
anytime I get, oh, go ahead.
now do you have a favorite of the original, like a favorite Twilight Zone episode?
So it's one with a phone, which I think is weird. But the one thing that right now is the plane. Anytime I get on the plane, I look out on that wing.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
why? Why?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
even with the Jordan Peele's, like when they did that one with the plane, and just what happened, I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Like it was shot very well. Like, I
it
love the way it was
was.
shot.
Yeah.
It was definitely up there. Chalisa says the 2000s Twilight Zone is on
It's
Tubi.
on TV. It
Yes,
is.
yes. The one with what's his name? I'm missing his name right now. Wow. Yeah, someone's gonna put in the chat, but yeah, his that 2000s Twilight Zone is definitely worth checking out, because they did a lot of
Yeah.
like callbacks and like sequels to to the original, you know. So
Yeah.
like certain stories, they went back and connected, you know, like they did continuations. Forrest Whitaker. Thank you, Jaleesa.
Ah, there we
Forrest
go.
Whitaker. Yes, there we go.
No, yeah, I haven't seen. I have not seen those. I'm glad
You
I
haven't
got
seen
you
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's they were they're very of the times, you
there.
know,
Hmm.
like some of them will make you like roll your eyes, especially with the way they depict certain people and you know with like certain storylines, but
Yeah.
all in all, like it's a fun time, you know,
Yeah.
it's definitely a fun time, you know.
I'm put
It's up
on.
there.
I'm put it on my list.
Oh
I got
yes, oh yes.
it.
Now did you have a favorite video rental store growing up?
Video Shack. Shout out to Video Shack. It was this
Video Shack.
little bitty little like hut house thing, and he had all he had was like it was some black movies on the right side next to the vending machine, and then it was a small little shelf of new movies, not big at all, and then it had straight up horror, the
Wow.
most random horror, and that's where we always just go for $1.
Wow. Yo, that's how you know it was hitting. You know,
Yeah.
if something was cheap like that, that's how you know it was hitting. Because I like growing up in Sacramento, like you know we had the movie theaters, but they had one theater and it was a 50 cent. You get to see a movie for 50 cents. You know,
Oh wow, yeah.
yeah, yeah, and it was just always hitting. You know,
That's
it's
the
50
best
cent movie
places.
there. You know.
The best places. Oh,
Video Shack. I've never heard of Video Shack. I
nobody.
gotta look that.
Video Shack. Shout out to that man. Don't know his name, but shout out to the
Yeah,
man.
shout out to that man. Shout we need some merch. We need some Video Shack merch.
For
You know,
real,
bring
oh,
yeah.
miss him, miss going. I mean, every Friday we would be ready. We hop in my little red Jeep with our little $5, and everybody would pick a movie. It's
Oh,
the best. Yeah.
that's yeah, that's there. That was a time, you know, like the kids don't, you know, get to experience that, you know, right
No,
now.
yeah.
Like, you know, that was a time going into the video store and picking out a movie and you know being like, all right, I only got this many days to watch it. So when you
Right?
it's funny now because something come out on streaming, even if it's something you're interested in, you're just like, oh, it's always gonna be on there. Like
Yep.
I'll eventually check it out. But when you got that little window to watch that that VHS tape or that DVD, you know, you just like, oh, I'm gonna watch it now and I'm gonna watch it 3 times, you
Yep.
know.
So I can get all, yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Ah,
It's
the memories.
Oh yeah, oh yes. Alex said they had snacks in the vending machine from 1932.
And you know who was eating them? Our cousin used to get something out of the machine every time. Like, you're gonna get sick. Ain't no telling how long that's been in that vending machine.
It's always hilarious to me when you go somewhere and somebody's got like some old snacks, you know. He's Claude used to say, "You should have let us take
I
over."
don't know why he
Yeah,
didn't
that would
pass that on to us. We were his most
that would
loyal customers. I said couples.
yeah, that would have been dope. Like just to see like just to carry on the legacy of Video Shack,
Yeah,
you know.
you could have done that. Ugh,
That would
we
have been
should-
dope. That would have been dope. But yeah, those snacks. Like I remember going over my uncles and you know because some people like some older folks like they would buy up like a lot of like sodas or you know stuff like that. So you know you go over certain people's houses and you already know it's expired. You know
Yeah,
they got soda. They're like, oh get you a soda. You know
go ahead, get your some, honey.
soda 2 years expired. You're like yo this expired. You know so it's yeah so always a fun time. Always a fun time.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
now my next question for you would be, um, do you have a favorite horror villain?
It's either Freddie or him. So animated
Mm,
is him, and then I would choose Freddie. You can't get away from him. Everybody got to
okay.
sleep. If you don't die from not sleeping, you're gonna die from him. It's either way.
That's facts. That's
Yeah.
facts. I agree. I agree. And I'm glad you're showing him some love tonight because you know
Yeah.
it's yes,
We
you
need to
gotta
put some respect on his name.
yes,
Even though
yeah.
we don't even know his name. That's what's so crazy. You know, like the first I'm a big fan of him, okay. The first episode that he showed up in Pop Up Girls, the narrator was like, it's something so sinister and so evil that he don't have a name. All you can call him is him. I was like, yes, this
Top.
thing is crazy.
Oh yeah, just the way they dressed them and everything. It was about
Yeah,
like Cartoon Network was a time when we were growing up. Cartoon Network
absolutely.
was a time.
Shout out to Cartoon Network.
Yeah,
Okay.
shout out to Cartoon Network. Shout out to Snick. Nickelodeon
Oh,
Snick.
yes.
You
Yes.
know, Keenan and Kel. All that. Shout out to
The
everybody. Shout out
best
to
show
everybody.
ever.
Yeah, we had it a lot. We definitely had it a lot. We definitely had it a lot. Now, do you have a favorite final girl or final boy?
Um, hmm. I want to say Lori, but I also like I'm thinking of her real name. What is her name in the movie though? It's Heather Langdon. What is her name in Nightmare on Elm Street?
Oh, Nancy.
Nancy.
Yes,
It's between those two. I love Nancy.
yes.
Nancy's great.
Oh yeah, Nancy was definitely a fighter. She was
Yeah.
definitely a fighter. Got some good choice. Got some good choice. Those are some classics. Especially like I love Nancy's story. Like even with what is it Freddy's not Freddy's dead, but the one where it was like meta. The one I forget the name
Um,
escapes me right now. Like it's Nightmare something. The last I'm screwing it up, but it's
yeah.
somewhere in my letterbox.
Yeah.
The one where
New
he's
Nightmare?
New
Is it New
Nightmare.
Nightmare?
Yes, New Nightmare. Yes, I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with New
Let's just say
Nightmare.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we're gonna go with. But New Nightmare when they're the stories basically about the real actors and about
Yeah.
telling Freddy's a real person, all that. It was just like it was wild. It was
Yeah.
wild.
That's
You know?
yeah. I love Freddie. I love
Yes.
Freddie. Like I love him and hate him at the same time because he's terrible.
Oh
But
yeah. No,
such a
he's
good villain.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's not Freddy's not for the kids. He's not
No,
Wu-Tang, he's not for the
not at all.
kids.
Not at all.
You know, he's not for the kids at all. Now did you have a favorite quarantine, like when we were in quarantine and lockdown, did you have like a comfort, horror movie?
um, Probably Hellfest. Do you see that?
Oh, yes, yes, Hellfest. Shout out to Akila Cooper
Hellfest,
doing
yes.
her thing,
Yeah,
doing
I
her
loved
thing.
Hellfest. And plus, I mean, it was like, listen, you ain't gotta worry about that because you're in quarantine. They were out here in
Exactly.
these streets.
Exactly.
Also,
Exactly.
that's a perfect like thing as a killer to go to a haunted house because everybody's screaming anyway. Won't nobody catch you.
Oh yeah. Oh
Shit.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's it's definitely like a creepy setting. Like I don't know if you've seen Hell House LLC.
Yeah.
You know,
Hmm.
that was also like a crazy one. I was like, yo, this
Yeah.
is I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. My anxiety already jumps up and down when going into like a haunted house or a haunted like hayfield, a cornfield
Yeah.
or something. It's too much. It's too much.
See, I'm good with the actual houses, but we went for my birthday one year. We went through like a haunted woods, and I was all good. And then they had Slender Man, and he was on like stilts.
Wow.
He stood up, and me and my sister, I don't even remember running. I just remember getting to another place. That was terrifying. And
You
there were no lights in the
transported.
woods either. Mm.
Oh, y'all was doing it up. Slender Man in the woods. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
North Carolina, okay.
I gotta check that out. I gotta check that out. That had to be a time. That had to be a time. Now we're winding down to the interview. I got my final two questions, for
Okay.
you. But I want to thank you for, rocking out with me so far
Heck
and,
yeah.
answering the questions. It's been a lot of fun. Sylvester in the building, author Sylvester Bars. He said haunted woods.
Is it haunted woods? I think it is. My sister would know, girl. If you're still in the chat, tell them what it is. She bought the tickets. It was a surprise for me. But it was fun. It was fun. I liked it.
Yeah. Oh, it had to be. It had to be. I'm like, I'm ready to sign up. I'm ready to grab my flashlight, and sign up. Definitely sign up. But uh my next question would be, you know, we're in the age of like the metaverse and things like that, you know, and there's going to be a space for horror, you know,
Mhm,
for that. So if I were to put on like the Oculus goggles, you know,
mhm.
and to step into Auntie Spooky's world, you know, what would I be seeing? What would it look like? You know, what would your universe be looking like?
It's gonna be animated. That's number one.
Yes.
It'll probably be like a mix between. Have you seen Over the Garden Wall? Also, shout out to Cartoon Network.
Over the Garden. No, Over the Garden. Is that a
No,
movie?
it's like a short. Might as well be one. It's like 10-minute episodes, and it's like 10 episodes or something. It's a spooky little series, so it'll be a mix between that and Courage. Let's just mush them together.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow. Oh, that'd be terrifying because Courage was definitely up there. You know, King Ramsey.
yeah.
What was
Fred, do you remember the episode Fred?
oh,
He had like the little
naughty?
barber cut.
Not you know
Yeah,
his
naughty.
beard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo. Courage. I'm like it's even though yes it was made for kids, but I'm like
Mhm.
y'all were hitting certain beats that I was just it was just terrifying.
So I read
Terrifying.
some interviews from him and or from the creator. I can't think his name right now, but he was like, "I just want to see how far they let me go." And that's what he did.
Yeah, because I'm like especially the Fred episode, I was like, yo, y'all doing a lot right now. Like
Yes,
this ain't even borderline. This is unsettling
this is
for me
he
right now.
was so, and then they like locked him in the bathroom with this man, and he just put on his little clippers. Terrifying. I love the episode.
See, Alex got the answer. Haunted forest at Panic Point.
There we go.
There we go.
Yes,
There we go. Okay, Panic Point. I'm gonna jot that down. Panic
that was
Point.
fun.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Now my last question would be if you could spend the day in the life of your favorite, you know, horror villain, you know, person, entity, you know,
Mhm.
just creature, you know, anything or anyone, 24 hours, you know, who would it be?
Can I be the killer?
Yeah. Oh
Or
yeah.
do I have to be in it?
No, you could be the killer. You could be the killer.
Cool. I would love to be Jason. I
Ooh.
just think I got a machete with him on it, and I just think that would be so fun.
Chopping up some counselors. Chopping up some counselors.
Absolutely. The best. Yes. That's
Uh,
I would choose Jason.
oh yeah, see, Chrissy said she gonna choose Jason. You know, she already knew. She already knew. She already knew.
Yes,
Yes,
and I just bought the game too on Switch.
yeah, that's what I was just about to ask you. I'm like, it's a game. You know, how are you enjoying that?
I
How are you?
just started it like last weekend, and I done played it every night. I'm trying to learn this. I'm trying to learn the map so I can be on it.
Oh
Absolutely,
yes, oh
Jason.
yes. It's definitely a time. Like it's nothing like chasing campers or camp counselors through the woods. You know, they're
Yes.
just easy to pick off. Easy to pick
You
off.
know, he
Yeah.
deserved better. Jason deserved better, everybody.
Oh yes, most definitely. But yes, thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you for you know
Yeah.
joining us, getting to know you a little bit better. You know through the lens of horror and you know just
Thank
what you love.
you.
And I love that you know very animated, centered, and you know like it's and bringing the horror aspects of that you know sector of it. Like I love
Thank
it.
you.
I would love to do like an just a discussion about just diving into like animation and horror. That would definitely be dope.
Absolutely. I
That
would
would
love
definitely be, yes. We gonna make it. We gonna make it happen. We gonna make it happen.
that.
You know. But thank
Absolutely.
you again. You know for joining and just for
Yeah.
chopping it up. Thank you to everybody in the chat. You know Chrissy, Alex. You know Cornisha. Thank you for stopping by.
Shout out to the homies.
Jalisa, Mika. Yes, thank you. Shout out to the family and friends for stopping by in the chat tonight. Yes. Thank you, Sylvester, for stopping by. Ivor
Yeah.
Trees, you know, everybody. If I missed you, sorry. To Taymon, thank you for stopping by. Everybody, Whitney. But that's a wrap, folks. That's been another
All right.
episode of the Evil Live. You know, I'm your host, the Evil Tyrone. My guest, Auntie Spooky. Make sure you following her because
I'm coming
her
back.
yeah, she she
I am
she
for real.
yes, and you got some amazing content. It's always
Thank
you're always
you.
having a good time. But yes, she's most definitely coming back. So make sure that you follow her. Link's gonna be in the description. She's on Instagram doing her thing. And I'm also gonna have her on for some spooky discussions. So make sure that y'all tuning in. Make sure that y'all tuning in. But thank you again for everybody stopping by, and hanging out with us, and as always, peace, love, and horror, people. And we out.